Competition never match me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position. Just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Check. Go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Down. 60 outlaw. Ready? Hey, Charlie. 44, Mike, 44. X3, 218, chop, they go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Check 15.
On first down, Grant. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey. Back
to throw. Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal.
Get ready. Get ready. Wide. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Hey, lock it. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Herbert buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early. They
really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerve showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title battle. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. First carry for James Conner. And he stopped immediately there. Clinton Dix there for the stop. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Going for the deep ball. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Snags it for the pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo, undercut. 44.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yep.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Off the play fake. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a former star crosstown at UCLA, Anthony Barr. Drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback.
And now here's another interception. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Completes it to Samuel. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Open man here is Foster. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Yeah. Hey, Mike 7.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
3 buzz. Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check hot route. Hot. So Mike's number one. I'm up. You better bring it. Mike's right.
They'll look to throw here. They've got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DJ Chark, 74 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check, 55, Mike. I'm going to run you over.
2nd and 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. He'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. DJ Chark, in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 9 now. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler, Julio Jones. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection. Ryan to Jones there. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just... don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
So nice number one. Watch the screen.
They're going to try and throw. It's caught. Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. They'll drop the throw.
You always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Connor. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down now, it's Grant, and he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Mike Fofo. Hey, watch the slant.
Look at me. Zipper.
From the gun, Herbert. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Let's go, Ty.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Hey. Ready?
On first and 10, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Hey, echo.
44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
5.
Back to throw. Herbert flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. Man, that's trash.
Hey, orbit. Shoot.
From the gun on third down. Herbert, he's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
36.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Ready. 70. Indy.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
53's the Mike.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be second and goal. Second and 3. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 3 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No. I tell you, that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
This is taken near the 13. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Ballooning, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Kenny Clark gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Catch made here by Campbell. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. He'll drop to throw. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback. And now here's another interception. That is Clinton-Dix with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily.
It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA! Can indeed hold on to this lead. That's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here comes Grant on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Grant. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll set up to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down and then some. 36 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Looking to throw. Campbell making the catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts.